Hello, it's Alexandra Loves here. How are you today? I hope you can hear what's going on in the background. There's all these really amazing birds. It is truly one of the best springs I've ever experienced here in Portland, Oregon. And also, I think it's mating season for squirrels. And so there's a couple right over here that have been calling. Calling and wrapping around each other and jumping around. Oh my god, so cool. Anyway, hi Naomi. Hey Erin, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I want to tell you about an experience that I had today that really moved me. And I just was talking to my friend, my lovely friend, about why it moved me so much. And we realized she helped me work this out, and I wanted to share it with you. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a coach, and I help women create the life they want by being exactly who they are. It's a lot of women's empowerment. I talk about it openly. Hey Jesselyn, hey Stacy. I talk about it really openly, and I help women create that. A lot of times I help women create that through their love lives. Ultimately, whatever you're trying to create in your love life, it's about you. It's never about the other person. It's always about you. So, hey Mei Ling. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know how to say your name. Mei Ling. Beautiful. And so as I grow in my business and as I get more vocal, sometimes there's misinterpretation about what I am teaching. Okay, so to be really clear, I'm not teaching that we have to stand on the backs of men. I'm not teaching that we mailing. Okay, awesome, thank you. Hey Penny, how's it going? I am not teaching that we don't need men. I've been labeled as a feminist before. I actually don't even identify with that. Well, I don't want to say I don't identify. I don't identify as a feminist, though I love. There's many feminists that I know and people that identify that way, and I love their work. What I do teach solely is women empowering themselves, and that comes from within. And a lot of times you'll hear me talk about understanding, because I'm in the realm of love, and because most of my clientele in the realm of love are women looking for men. You will hear me sometimes, hey Sydney, how's it going? You will hear me sometimes talk about understanding the interaction, the male-female interactions, right? So anyway, a lot of what I experience in this world, especially since I've gotten really public, a lot of what I've experienced is male fragility directed and projected at me. And also a lot of just assumptions that guys make about us. You know, I get stuff in my inbox and I get comments all the time. Sometimes I just delete them. So you guys don't see them all the time, that are like, why are you angry? Why are you angry? What, you know, why are you so loud? Stuff in that of that nature. And an unwillingness to meet me when I'm asking, like, why would you think that? Why would you think that this is angry? Why would you, what is exactly the issue with what I'm saying or what I'm doing? It doesn't have anything to do with me. It has, you know, I just don't want to field those types of assumptions. Hey Alexandra, how's it going? I love your name. On top of that, and I'm just letting you know my environment right now so you can understand why I was so moved by this experience I just had. So I'm in this environment. Anytime you're in an environment where you are speaking your truth loudly in public, okay? Anytime that you are expressing opinion or thoughts or beliefs around something that's part of a charged chasm, so racism, gun control, relations, dating, anything that has to do with love, you know, politics. We're in an environment now where people just, especially with Facebook and social media, where people don't necessarily consider consider how you before they speak to you, and they're just kind of like projecting something on you. And the bigger you get, the bigger I've noticed, the bigger I get, and the more I express, the more assumptions I have to field, the more trollings I have to field. I mean, I deleted a comment on me posting Maya Angelou's poem "Still I Rise" from a man who I looked at his profile. I don't know him. I looked at his profile, and it was all about male power. And he wrote on there, "You are an idiot." I deleted it. I didn't want it to be on my face. So I'm fielding these things all the time. And the range goes from, stuff that's like that, that's like attacking, to men who are friends who just assume things about me that, and are not willing to have the conversation of, why did you make that assumption? It's exhausting. On top of that, in this environment, is just building a business and being in this man's world. Like, ladies, we oftentimes, I know I do, have to like be the guy in my life, right? And because I'm not in a committed partnership with a masculine male, I don't have those times where in my life that I can just drop into the sweet feminine juiciness just naturally with somebody. I literally have to recultivate that for myself. I have to recultivate that for myself every day. Like I have to wear both hats, and most of the time I'm wearing the masculine hat. And so that's a big practice for me, is to like remember to drop back into my feminine. So recently, and I'm getting to the sweet spot right now. Recently, I had an experience with a man. It was a shared experience with a few people where I was attacked and slandered, and it was just a really bad situation. And for the first time in my life, at 35, I felt fear around men in general. I've never hated men, I've never disliked men, but I started to feel fear of men in general. And I grew up always having more guy friends than girlfriends. I've always been like a big lover of men. I love men. As I've lived in Portland in the last like 5-6 years of my life, I just have the scales have switched. I just have more women friends than I have men friends. And so I experienced something that dipped me into the experience of fury, and thought, wow, I don't know if I can really even trust men. And I've heard this come out of the mouths of many of my clients and many friends, and I always respected it, but I never felt it within myself. And, that's part of like being the coach and the teacher and someone who can help people, is to have those experiences. You end up having those experiences so that you can, work through it and help others even at an even higher level, right? So I had gone through this experience recently, and as I've been working on it with my coaches and healers and within my practice, I started to sort of close down my circle, right? Close down my circle, and I decided for myself that I wanted men to kind of stay on the outside of that circle, except for a few trusted friends, because I was just in a place where I needed to protect. I needed to be in that sort of masculine role of protecting myself. So fast forward to this special moment that I want to share with you, and I'm going to look into the comments real quick. Mei Ling says, "Speaking my truth loudly and proudly terrifies me. You're my spirit animal for this." Thank you. That's the best support ever. Thank you. I look forward to your videos, girl. Jesslyn, right. I love them, and over recent time, my trust has eroded. I'm working on healing that. And yeah, and this is the other thing. We're in a really charged time right now. We're in the middle of a great purge. And this might be clear for people who are definitely living in the United States, if you're not, we're going through a time right now where all of our infrastructures, our police systems, our medical systems, our money systems, everything is falling apart. The things that for so long people depended on and thought were trustworthy and thought were supporting them, the veil is being pulled back and realizing that actually this is not the best way and they need to change. And they're such big institutions that there's a lot of fear around changing them. And also, we're experiencing the death of a toxic masculine patriarchy right now. That doesn't mean all men are bad. It does not at all. As a matter of fact, I think there's a lot of great ones out there. There's so many. And we have a lot of superpolar charged issues that everyone is affected by right now. A lot of eye for an eye speak, a lot of black and white issues around gun control, racism, LGBTQ issues, sexism, equal pay. So much is right there at the surface, and it's a place where all of my conversations with somebody I don't know, and even sometimes with people I know, are tentative. And so in this charged chasm, I'm specifically very affected by, very personally and very on an everyday basis, kind of affected by when we're talking about race, and also when we're talking about male-female relations. And so for the first time, how I'm getting pulled into this vortex of polarity that's going on is, I for a while, I'm not trusting men. For a few months, I'm just like, holy shit, how am I going to trust? And that's a scary thing to work through if you've never touched that in your life. Like, all of a sudden, you've lost, like, I lost a grounding in something that I thought I had a great grounding in before, right? So, and this is my message, and this is why I want to share you, and this is the really sweet spot. I had said something, I went out with a friend, a guy friend, a week ago, and I said something that kind of troubled him. It was something that I was kind of just like philosophically thinking about, but he read it as like self-hatred. And so he contacted me today, just a few hours ago, and he's like, I just really wanted to talk to you. You said something that really bothered me. And I said, what? And he repeated it, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, it just felt like self-hatred, and I don't know if that's what it was or not, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I just wanted to know, I was thinking about you, and I want to make sure that you're okay. I want to make sure that you're okay, and I care about you, and I think that you're wonderful, and I was thinking about you. Now, this isn't my boyfriend, you know? This isn't even really a super long time friend, but it was really powerful. And it, in that moment, allowed me to drop some of the masculinity jacket I put on at the beginning of every day to face the world, to protect myself, to deal with this new mistrust that I've developed. It allowed me to like just drop that jacket on the ground for a while and just be like, oh, here is a man that really loves me and supports me and was thinking about me. He doesn't have to be my boyfriend to do it. And sees that even though I'm a big, strong, loud woman who is surrounded by a lot of friends, he still was thinking about me and concerned about me and approached me with humility. And the way he approached me, it wasn't an assumption of, you're upset. He didn't say, you're upset, something's wrong with you. He said, you said something that bothered me, and I wanted to check in about it. Are you okay? I don't know. No assumption, just I'm here for you. I love you. And that is, first of all, so sweet and honorable and respectful. I love him so much. But to be in this time of polarity, to be in this place of like having to work through some new challenges around trust around men, to have a man bring that kind of care, and also to remind me that there were times in my life when I had that from men quite a bit. It's just that I don't have as many male friends right now. It changed me. And so I go into myself and I wonder, where is it where I'm standing in a place of either privilege or in a place where I might represent something that one of my friends might feel unsure about or scared about? Where can I provide that for somebody else? And that's the beautiful thing about the experience I had today. It filled me so much that I want to multiply it and share it with other people. So, for the men out there, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling this like really polar place that we're in, and just like, what are women going through? What is my place in this? What do I say in this? Reach out to a woman wherever she is, whether she's like a strong woman who doesn't seem like she's needing, or a woman who's like definitely like, I need help, and reach out to her and just be like, I'm thinking about you. Are you okay? It makes a world of difference. It changes so much for people, and it multiplies, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today. It was a really awesome experience that really moved me. I'm just going to read a couple comments. Penny Joe, what a wonderful human being. Yeah, he really is. He really is. Penny Joe, the universe provided to you with this experience. Yeah, totally did. So that's all. I just want to share this with you today, and just giving a shout out to all the men out there. Thank you for your support, especially when it's unexpected. Thank you. Bye.